Hello, all right, this is a video for Steve Campbell. I flagged this one up on Sunday and he did get back to me and he went, yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Before I go on, if you get the opportunity, go to Steve Campbell's comment. This was something that started up by his Uncle Albert, undercutting skip firms back in the day. He didn't even know his name was Uncle Albert. And he also told a very interesting story about his dad and the kebab shop. Fair play to him, mate. Long and short of it is this. He's thinking about doing a kind of, and I've noticed, I think people have done this before. It's kind of like a removal service. But rather than actually turning up in the lorry with the boys, getting everything in the lorry, driving it over, he says what you could do, if you had a 7.5 ton, kind of like, he's talking about like a Thunderbird 2 type thing. He's talking about like a flatbed kind of thing, or like a trailer. I don't fully understand this. And a 20-foot GPR body. So I think the long and short of it is you basically back up to the customer's house, maybe onto their driveway in a 7.5 ton, and then you get the legs down on the body, lift the body up so the 7.5 ton can pull out, then you lower the body, and then you can leave that container with a customer. Now you can leave them with it for like the day and you pick it up at the end of the day, or half a day if they just want to do the removal bit themselves, or you can give them a week, or you can give them a month, or and also if you want to do it from storage, if people have got a load of stuff they want to store, rather than keep having it taken it to them from the storage unit, like you can drop the trailer, and then what you do is when they're done, you can go back and you pick it up and you take it back to your yard, or you take it back to their new address where they want to be unloaded, drop it at their new address, let them do their removal, come and pick up the empty container at the end of the day. The options are endless. Advantages to this: you don't break your own back because they do all the work for you, and all you've really got to do is basically just like Thunderbird 2. You're driving containers around all day. You go, right, I've got to drop an empty container off at that address, and I've got to drop an empty container off at that address. Then I'm round the corner, so that container needs to be picked up sometime this week. I'll fetch that one up and take it back to the yard. You know what I'm saying? His question is, how does it stand? I think they call it like swap box body trailers. He said, how does it stand with the O licence? I don't know. Now, when I applied for my O licence, it was like, how many units are you going to run and how many trailers? So they're talking about presumably tractor units, class ones, like, you know, the proper lorries, and trailers. Well, we just run like the 7.5 ton curtain sides, which is kind of like a rigid, I suppose, but it's like, yeah, I suppose I presume they call it a rigid. So is that how it works? Rigid is one that doesn't bend, and Arctic is one that does bend. So I'm currently in a rigid. I always think when they say rigid, yeah, but I've got curtains. But that would be a box. Maybe I'm getting confused. Keep learning, boys. Anyway, the long and short of it is, and I think the rules are that you don't need extra slots for swap body trailers. I think the rule is you've got one 7.5 ton truck, you can swap the bodies, you just need one slot, an operator's license with one slot. I'd always recommend you get 2, because in case someone breaks down and you need to hire one, you want that second slot. Or maybe go for 3, because you never know when you're going to expand. But that's what I believe. But before I get back to him and say this is what is right, I'll throw it open to you guys. As always, you know, I am just a mouthpiece, but I'm sure you people out there. So we're talking about 20-foot GPR box bodies on a swap body trailer, like Thunderbird 2, where it's up on the stilts, you go in, presumably use the locky clicky things on the side, drive it to the customer's house, drop it off, go get another one. So I believe the rules are, if you only want to run one 7.5 ton, you only need an operator's license with one slot to run that 7.5 ton, and then the bodies you just ping backwards and forwards. But I'd rather have it from you guys. Belts and braces here. In the meantime, Christmas is coming. I'm at Sainsbury's. I've been at Sainsbury's for ages, but I'm kind of past caring now. I've done last week. I knocked myself out last week. I had a crazy one yesterday. Hello to the geezer I met in Slough at 3:30. The geezer in a Luton van. How you doing, mate? I hope you made it okay to where you were going. He said, you know, they look at you and he said, I wonder when I'm going to bump into you. I said, I bet you didn't think it was 3:30 on Monday morning in Slough. But yeah, I hope you're all well. Take care, take money.